I never imagined that one careless night, one stupid decision, could unravel everything I had built with him. My name is Lauren, I'm 32, and for 6 years I thought my marriage was unshakable. I thought love, mutual understanding, and compromise would carry us through anything. I thought I knew him. I thought I knew myself. Turns out I was wrong on all counts. It all started at a friend's birthday party. I wasn't planning on staying long, just a few hours of laughter, drinks, and catching up with people I hadn't seen in months. My husband, Mark, was hesitant at first, but he came for me. He always did, even when he didn't want to. He had this quiet, patient way about him, the kind that made me feel safe, the kind I took for granted more than I ever realized. The night was warm, music buzzing softly in the background, glasses clinking, conversations overlapping in a chaotic symphony. I was talking to Sarah, laughing at some inside joke when the topic drifted to relationships, marriages, and trust. Someone asked a question, innocent enough, I suppose, about what we would do if our partners were put in a vulnerable position. Without thinking, I joked. "Mark?" I said, laughing, nudging her. "He wouldn't know what to do. If someone tried anything, I'd probably end up protecting him." The room erupted with laughter. People nodded, smirked, laughed harder. I thought it was funny, harmless, a silly comment. But then I saw him. Mark had just walked in and heard every word. His smile froze for a fraction of a second, a subtle tension across his shoulders, a tightening of his jaw. I laughed it off, assuming he'd shrug it off like he always did. He had. Until that night. He didn't confront me at the party. He didn't shout or accuse me. Instead, he grabbed a drink and sank into the corner, his usual calm masking something I didn't yet understand. But there was distance in his eyes, a wall I hadn't seen before, a silence that stretched between us like an invisible chasm. I ignored it, of course. I teased, made light of the joke, even added another jab. Something small, just playful, about him struggling with mundane tasks, opening jars, holding doors for heavy boxes. I thought it was funny. I thought it was nothing. By the time the party ended, I expected him to laugh it off, hug me, and go home with me like every other time we had a small disagreement. But he didn't. He walked straight out, coat in hand, keys jingling softly as he left. I laughed nervously, thinking he was being dramatic, and whispered to Sarah, "He'll be fine. He always is." The ride home was suffocating. I tried small talk, casual questions, light laughter to ease the tension. But he answered only with curt nods, one-word responses, a quiet that was almost tangible. Finally, unable to stand it, I asked, "Are you seriously still mad about that joke?" His hands gripped the steering wheel tighter, knuckles white. "It's not just the joke, Lauren," he said, his voice steady, calm, but there was an edge beneath the surface. "It's the way you talk about me, the way you make me look like a fool, like I'm less than I am. Do you even respect me?" I blinked, caught off guard. "Of course I do," I said quickly. "Babe, come on, we tease each other all the time. You know I love you." He shook his head, eyes fixed on the road. "No, Lauren. You tease me. I just take it. And that's been enough. But I can't anymore. Not tonight, not ever if this keeps happening." I laughed, nervously, uncomfortably. "Seriously? Over a joke? You're leaving me over a joke?" "It's never just a joke," he replied, voice low. "It's years of jokes, of putting me down, of making me the punchline while everyone else laughs. I've carried it for too long and I can't carry it anymore. When we got home I thought we'd talk, maybe laugh it off, maybe hug it out. But no. He didn't come in. He didn't meet my eyes. He walked inside, left the door closed behind him, and the sound of that latch clicked like a sentence, final and irrevocable. The next morning I tried again. I tried to reach him, to make sense, to apologize for the careless words. He sat across from me at the breakfast table, silence in the air, sunlight cutting through the blinds, outlining the tension like a painting. I reached out, tried to smile, to lighten it, but he didn't move. "I don't think this is working anymore," he said, calm but firm. The word struck me like a physical blow. My stomach dropped. My voice faltered. "Wait, what?" I whispered. He didn't look up. "I've been patient, Lauren. I've tolerated jokes, small humiliations, constant little digs. But last night, that was it. I can't do this anymore. I deserve better." I couldn't believe it. He had always been patient, always forgiving, always the one to bend, to absorb, to compromise. And now he was gone, emotionally, mentally, physically. And for the first time I understood, the weight of my actions, the careless words, the mockery had consequences. Real consequences. I tried reaching out. Calls went unanswered. Texts ignored. Even when I went to his office, I was told he had left early. The silence was deafening. Every day that passed, the reality sank in deeper. Mark wasn't coming back. I had destroyed everything, not intentionally but irrevocably. Sitting alone in our apartment, scrolling through old photos, memories that once brought warmth now brought sharp pangs of regret, I realized the truth. The biggest joke was not the one I made at the party but the one I believed, that he would always be there, that my love could be careless, that my words had no power. He had been strong all along. And I had been blind.